All right. What I'm going to talk about today in Bluesland, I am using a Honer Rocket Key D. That was a blues jam in the key of A. That was on Jam Zone. Now, I don't get paid by Jam Zone 1 penny, but I do pay my monthly subscription rate, okay? What's cool about Jam Zone is, hopefully that'll come up without too much glare, you can knock out guitar, drums, you can play harp, you can sing, you can do whatever you want. Jam Zone, good app to have just to practice, or just, when you ain't got a band around, you want to jam a little bit, put on a track, and just play. Well, what are we going to talk about today? It seems like a lot of guys have issues bending notes. I've seen a lot on a lot of different channels. I could start naming names. There's guys out there a million times better players than I am, okay? But I can still bend. Actually, I can bend hard enough to break. You don't want to do that. Control your breathing. Very important. But I thought this is something that would have helped me a lot a long time ago. Now, you can get some bends sometimes. See, I'm kind of moving it back and forth. What is that doing? That's changing the airflow. But you want to be able to go, So let's say this is your jaw. Let's say this is your tongue. This is the only way I could explain this that made sense, because I've seen other explanations and I've never really seen it explained this way. When you're drawing on a note, let's start in the beginning. When you're not speaking, you're just standing there, you're looking around, you're grabbing your harp. Think where your tongue is in your mouth. Your tongue is just kind of laying like so, right? So you're drawing, right? So, okay, you're drawing. Maybe your tongue comes back a little bit as you're drawing. You want to get your tongue to kind of go back a little farther. And as you go back, demonstration purposes, this is your jaw, this is your tongue. As you're coming back, you're going to kind of put the tip of your tongue like down into your jaw. And that's where you're going to get your bend. Okay? Another thing is, single notes. I'm a pucker guy. I'm not much of a tongue block guy. But, too many guys try to get their mouth like this, so it just fits on that one hole, but you don't have to work that hard. No, all I was doing right there, this is your jaw, this is your tongue. You're moving your tongue back, right? And it's the same thing on your blow notes. Roughly speaking, your lower end, you bend on your draws. Your upper end, you bend on your blows. So, and it's the same thing. Here's your jaw and I'm working my tongue back and forth, and that's how I'm getting that bend. So basically, drawing and blowing, it's really the same technique. It's just the same air coming in and out of your mouth, right? You're taking air in or you're putting air out. How you direct that air is up to you, but that's where you're going to get your blow notes to bend, all in the upper end, okay? So, I think that's what we got for today on bending notes. Back to Jam Zone. All right.